Yeah. Everyone, please say 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Very good evening to everyone, and nice to see all of you on this beautiful Friday evening too. And then before we start, let me do the same wish that we do every day before we begin the session. I sincerely wish that may this session also help you to develop at least little inner peace, little inner happiness within. With that wish, let's begin today's session. And now all of you are practicing still breathing meditation. For the old students, this will be the last week that they will practice. They practice breathing meditation, right? You are practicing the third step of breathing meditation. Then the new students who joined recently, that means around 1 month ago, like that. So they are kindly requested to practice the first step of breathing meditation. First step of breathing meditation is observing the breath which is coming in and going out. So when the breath is coming in, please be fully aware, right? So don't go with the breath all the way in. Please stop your observation at the end of your nostrils. When the breath comes back, so please keep on being aware about the outgoing breath. And then if the breath is long, if the breath is short, if the breath is gross, if the breath is soft, let it be so. Just keep on observing the breath as it is. So that's what you need to do. And try to continue the observation. And by that way, try to so develop the one-pointedness of your mind, allowing the mind to so create inner peace and inner happiness, right? So then that's how the new students have to practice. Then the old students, so they are kindly requested to observe the touch of the breath and the sensations within this small triangular area, right? Small triangular area below the nostrils and above the upper lip. Below the nostrils and above the upper lip, right? Within that area, when the breath comes and touches, please be aware. When the breath is going out, again it will touch. Please keep on being aware. And you will find an interval within the incoming touch and the outgoing touch. During that time, paying your entire attention, right? Please observe the sensations that arise within this small triangular area, right? You might feel heat. If you really feel heat, observe it as heat, right? If you feel coldness, please observe it as coldness. Then if you feel itching sensation, crinkling sensation, throbbing sensation, or any other sensation that you encounter, right? Or sometimes so you will feel some kind of pain here, right? Or burning sensation. Let it be any sensation, just observe the sensation as it is and keep on being aware. And don't try to favor. So don't try to favor any sensation. So instead of liking or disliking, try to come out of that habitual pattern. What you need to do is just observe the sensation that you feel as it is, right? As it is, right? So don't try to push it away, and don't try to pull it towards you. Instead, observe it as another natural phenomenon that arises inside your body, right? So just keep on observing sensations as they actually are within this small triangular area, right? Then if you cannot focus, then once again go back to the first step of breathing meditation, and then when you could focus, right, practice the first step around 5 minutes, and whenever you gain the focus, start practicing again the third step of breathing meditation. Please do like that. Okay, right. Then that's the instruction for today, and give you everything, especially the old students. Please give you everything. Since this is the last day that you will practice breathing meditation. So during the session for this year, right? Okay. Before we begin the silent meditation, I teach you something which is very, very important for your life. So that you need to practice as a meditator. Can you remember what I taught, the factor that I taught you during the last week? Can you remember? I mean, the lesson that I taught you so during the last Friday. Oh, very nice, Dilhara. Tolerance of others' ideas, right? I told you that different people have different opinions, right? We cannot. I told you that Nanatakaya Nana Sanya. The world is uh, we are different human beings with different bodies, so we have to tolerate, right? Tolerate the other people's opinions, right? And we should not fight over fight over the different opinions. So if we can, we describe the right thing as you know, and then if they don't listen, then we have to to maintain peace. So we have to keep quiet, right? Then right. Then today we are going to learn about pride or conceit, right? Pride or conceit. So in Pali it is called as mana. Mana means we can translate it as pride or conceit or tendency to compare oneself with the others, right? We always look at the world and we try to compare yourself with the other people, right? Uh, so according to the according to the education levels or capabilities or the power or such kind of things, we compare ourselves with the others, right? When we do like that, we develop three kinds of prides within, right? They are called as, in Pali, they are called as Seyamana, Sadisamana, and Hinamana. Seyamana means you think so uh, superior pride. That means you think I am superior to this person, right? I'm superior to this person. Then second one is equal pride. Equal pride means you think I am equal to this person. Then third one is hinamana, inferior pride. Inferior pride means you think I am inferior to this person, right? So like that we generate three kinds of prides within. So three categories of pride within due to this tendency to compare oneself with the others. But we need to understand that you are you. You cannot be replaced by anybody. Even when it comes to twins, right? When it comes to twins, twins are always different from each other, right? So even the twins, they are different. They are even though they were born at the same time, on the same day, even though they look so identical, still, so they are different in ideas, so desires, and then so in all those aspects, capabilities, so they are different, right? So therefore, uh, so one being cannot be replaced by the other, right? Therefore, we need to understand that we should not feel superior or so equal or inferior towards the other beings, right? Instead, so we always have to look at the world with compassion, right? We always have to look at the world so with compassion. Whenever we generate, especially the superior pride, and then observe the world, uh, that disown so many opportunities for us to learn from the other people, right? Then take, I mean, learn so good lessons from the other people's lives, right? Um, for an example, let me teach you one story which comes in Sanskrit literature. So it's, have you heard of Panchatantra? Panchatantra. So it's a famous Sanskrit book. In that one, there is a story about so three so creatures who lived inside a pond. Right? In one forest, there was a pond. Inside this pond, there were so there were so fish, so many. I mean, so many fish. So and another couple who were toads, right? A toad couple. The toad was called as Ekabuddhi. Ekabuddhi means the one who has only one, one time intelligence, right? One fold intelligence. Then there was another big fish, uh, bigger fish. So it was called as Satabuddhi. So which its meaning is the one with 100 times intelligence, right? Then there was another, the biggest one. So among all of them, so it was also a fish. So it was big in size. So it was, and therefore it was called as Sahasra Buddhi. Sahasra means 1,000. So the meaning is 1,000 times intelligence. Right? One day, a group of group of fishermen, so came to the pond, and when they observed the pond, they saw big fish who were swimming all around the pond. At that time, the farmers started talking to each other. Let's come tomorrow and then catch all these fish and take home. Ekabuddhi, the toad, he heard this conversation. Then he went to the Satabuddhi, 100 times intelligence, and told him, so some fishermen came, and then after that they talked to, they told that they'll come tomorrow, and then they are going to catch us. So therefore, let's escape as soon as possible, right? Through the stream, right? Then Satabuddha said, "What are you talking? So I am. So you are only Eka Buddhi. You only have one time intelligence, one fold intelligence. So, but I am Satabuddhi. Satabuddhi means I have 100 times intelligence than you. So don't worry. So I'm going to take care of it. You don't have to worry about that." Then the toad went to the other fish, the biggest one, and told him about the fisherman. He did the same. He said, he insulted. It insulted, saying, um, you know, I am Sahasra Buddhi. I have 1,000 times intelligence than you. You are just Eka Buddhi. You only have one intelligence, one fold intelligence. So do what you want to do, but so I will take care of it whenever the time comes. The Eka Buddhi then said, okay, then I will live with my wife. According to my one-time intelligence, the only solution which comes to my mind is escaping. So I will escape through the stream. If you want, you can stay. So if you want, you can come with me. If not, you can come with me. On the following day, the fishermen came. The first thing that they did was they blocked the stream. When the stream was blocked, so uh, so Sata Buddhi and Sahasra Buddhi, both of them tried their best. But when the stream is blocked, there is no way that they can use any intelligence, right? Finally, they caught both these, all the other fish, uh, along with these two big fish, right? And then they were so heavy, right? Therefore, one fisherman took Satabuddhi, the 100 times intelligent fish. He took it with his hand. And then after that, the other fish, the 1,000 times intelligent fish, he took it he kept it on his shoulder. And that's how he was carrying it. And on the way, the toad saw it and told, addressing his wife, it told like this. Shatabuddhi sirastoyam lamba tesha sahasradi eka buddhi raham badre kridami vimale jale. That means the 100 times Nangi. The 100 times intelligent so fish, it is hanging also by hand. The 1,000 times intelligent fish, it is hanging, it is going on the shoulder of the fisherman. The one who had only one time intelligence, I am enjoying my time with you in this beautiful pure pond. So that's how it is. So you have to understand that practical wisdom and so timely action is very important than any amount of intelligence, right? If we are overwhelmed with pride, right? So if we have the superior pride, then we won't listen to anyone. We will think that we know everything, and we won't try to listen and learn and change, right? Therefore, uh, um, so until you attain the enlightenment, your pride won't completely go. So your pride won't completely go. Please come. Yeah. But still, uh, but still, so you should try to manage your so conceit, the pride, the tendency to compare oneself with the others, so as much as possible, right? So then that will help you to maintain so inner calmness as much as possible. Then when you practice meditation, you can convert it into peace, right? That peace, so that concentration, it will help you to develop wisdom. Wisdom will help you to come out of all the negativities, develop all positivities, and attain real peace. Okay. So therefore, try to so so reduce so your tendency to compare oneself with the others as much as possible, and then so try to contain your conceit as much as possible. Live a humble life, right? Right. With that understanding, so we are going to start. So there are three newcomers too, um, who are from Santa Clara University. So I will briefly describe the first step of breathing meditation, and then after that we are going to start today's silent meditation session. Okay? So I'm teaching you the first step of breathing meditation, right? Then uh, in the next week, the old students, they will practice Vipassana, but please continue to practice breathing meditation, first step of breathing meditation. So at least 1 month to 1 month and a half. Okay, right? At least for about 6 weeks. What you have to do is, so please pay your entire attention to the breath. When the breath is coming in, please be completely aware. When the breath is going out, please be completely aware. If the breath is long, right, be aware that the breath is long now. If the breath is short, please be aware that the breath is short now. If the breath is gross, if the breath is soft, let it be so. Just keep on being aware. Okay? And then maintain your observation continuously, right? Developing inner calmness as much as possible, right? Developing concentration as much as possible. Okay. Then so don't go with the breath all the way in. Please stop your observation at the end of your nostrils. That's not a place that you can see. So please uh, so through your own practice, recognize that ending part of your nostril, right? So, uh, so when the breath goes in, it will touch that area before it goes inside, right? When the breath goes inside, so let it go. Don't please stay patiently until it comes back, right? Then when it comes back, start observing it again. Okay. Right. Then is it clear? Right. Okay. Then we are going to start the silent meditation session. Okay. Now, everyone, please keep your back straight, neck straight, and head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm and let your whole body to relax. Let your whole body to relax. First, I will pay our sincere respect and gratitude towards the Buddha, and after that, we will begin today's silent meditation session. Everyone, please close your eyes and concentrate. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Itimiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho viññācarana sampanno sugato lokamido anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati sattā deva manusānaṁ buddho bhagavati. Swakato bhagavata dhammo sangnittiko akaliko ehi pasiko opanaiko machatang veditamo vinyuhiti. Supanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujumanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyāya patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Sāmi panipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadinang chattari purisa yugani Atte purisa puggalam Esa bhagavato savaka sangho ahuneyo pahuneyo dakineyo anjali karaniyo anuttarang punyaketang lokasati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. With a very mind, with a very quiet mind, with an alert, very attentive mind, with a very patient, peaceful mind. Everyone, please start your meditation. If you are a beginner, as I requested, please practice the first step of breathing meditation. If you are an old student, please keep practicing the third step of breathing meditation. May your meditation be very, very successful. Very, very successful. Everyone, please start your meditation right now. Now, you can change, if your legs are paining, you can change your posture. We are going to practice loving kindness meditation in brief for about 5 minutes. New students, they can, if their legs are paining, they can change the posture. Let's start loving kindness meditation by sharing loving kindness first with yourself. Please think, may I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards yourself first. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards your dear parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. Please think, may my dear mother, may my dear father, may my dear teachers, relatives, and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards your parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards the neutral people. Neutral people are the people who don't fall into the category of friends and the category of enemies. They are the people who are in the middle. Please think. May all the neutral people be well. May all the neutral people be happy. May all the neutral people be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards the neutral people. Neutral people. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards your enemies. When you spread your loving kindness towards your enemies, first please think about the mistakes that you did towards them to hurt them. And please ask forgiveness mentally. At the same time, without keeping any grudge, please forgive them for their mistakes. And then please spread loving kindness towards the enemies. May my enemies also be well. May my enemies also be happy. May my enemies also be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards your enemies. Towards your enemies. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. Not only towards human beings, but also towards all kinds of animals, birds, fish, insects, all kinds reptiles, towards all kinds of beings. Please think. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. All the beings in the world. Bhavattu sampe mangalang rakantu sampe devata samme buddhanubhavine samme dhammanubhavine Samme Sanghanubhavine Tada Sutti Mavang Tutti. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now, everyone, please calmly open your eyes. Let your whole body to relax. Let your whole body to relax. Now, please join your palms together and say 3 times, Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dhamma friends, hope all of you had a good meditation session. Meditation is just like so climbing on a so slippery tree. You know, in so I don't know about here, but I have heard this sport is in Spain, but we can see it in in our country and the neighboring countries. So I mean that sport is climbing the slippery tree. They find a trunk which is straight, and then after that, what they do is uh, then they apply some kind of an oil. Then they ask the people to climb the tree. Then people try hard, but it's slippery. Sometimes you go all the way to the middle and you slip again and you try again. Meditation is the same. It's not easy. Since we have let our mind to wander for a long time, so it's wandering. But it is us, it is you who need to bring it back and work up, right? And then little by little, try to trim the time that mind wanders away, right? So if the mind, then when you try hard, what will happen is, if the mind wandered away, uh, so uh, so you could stop the mind's wandering for once for 5 minutes, right? Then so you can do it once for 4 minutes, and then 59 minutes, right? Then 59 seconds. Then gradually like that, the frequency of mind's wandering. So we should try to trim it. And the moments of so uh, inner peace, inner silence, we have to improve it little by little. First, if you felt it for 1 second, then next time you try to make it 2 seconds. So if you could keep the mind still, if you could keep the mind still for 2 seconds, then try it for 3 seconds, right? Like that. Please try to develop the frequency, right? So try to trim the time that mind wanders away through your constant practice, very very ardently. Right now it is the small break time. If you want to drink water or if you want to go to the bathroom, you can take these 3-4 minutes. Then after that, we are going to talk about the benefits of Vipassana meditation, a very precious topic. Mr. Manish, did I give a book to you last time? No, right? Okay, let me give you one. Yes, you brought. Okay. Everyone, please say it 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dhamma friends, last week we learned about, uh, so we had an introduction to Vipassana meditation. We learned that there are two types of meditation techniques. First, technique is, first method is to concentrate the mind, right? So we use certain meditation techniques to develop concentration, right? So they are called as samatha or concentration meditations, right? Then the next one is vipassana meditation. Vipassana meditation means insight meditation. Vipassana meditation is always directed, its objective is to develop wisdom, right? Buddha says, yo sahasang sahasena sangame manuse jine. This is in Pali language. Ekangva jaya attanang save sangama juttam. Right? That means even though someone wins thousands of these outside battles, right, that's not a real win. If someone wins oneself, that is the greatest win in the world. That is the greatest victory in the world. When you practice Vipassana meditation, what you are trying to do is you are going to win yourself, right? Eradicating your negativities, developing your positivities, purifying your mind. You try to win yourself. What is the summarization of Buddha's teaching? Have you heard of this Pali stanza? So, Sabba Papasa Akaranam Mistu. Have you heard of it? Dilhara, so, do you remember? Very nice. See? So, that is the summarization of Buddha's teaching. Sabba Papa Sakaranam. So, eradicating all the negativities. So, right? If not in simple language, not doing all bad. Right? Kusalasu Pasampada. Cultivating positivities. Right? Cultivating positivities. Sachitta Pariyodapana. Purifying one's own mind. Right? Etang Buddhana Sasanang. This is the teaching of all the enlightened beings. Right? So that's what happens during the Vipassana meditation. So today we are going to talk about so that the benefits of practicing Vipassana meditation. Right? When we began the year on January, I taught you about the benefits of practicing breathing meditation or overall samatha meditations, concentration meditations. Today, we are going to talk about, as I mentioned, the benefits of practicing vipassana or insight meditations. Okay. In this world, so all of you know now, vipassana meditation is all about developing wisdom. I taught you, I think during on the very first day, I think I taught you about three kinds of wisdoms. Hope all the meditators remember. Harish, can you remember? Mr. Reena, you were not here. Ms. Shanti, you were not. Can you remember the three kinds of wisdoms? Remy? Yes, very nice. Wisdom of hearsay. Abhi? That's the third one. I was given. So, no. Not last week. On the very first session of this year. Mr. Kevin? Very nice. Intellectual wisdom or philosophical wisdom. Mrs. Jane, third one, experiential wisdom. So there are three kinds of wisdoms that we need to develop. So when you listen, when you read, right? So you collect the wisdom of hearsay, you know that. And then thinking over them, we develop philosophical wisdom. But still, you don't know exactly. So until you experience something, you won't completely change, right? You know, have you seen the fireflies? Fireflies, they always so uh, so whenever there is a fire, they get attracted to it, right? So so many fireflies, they come and then so they die in the fire because they like the fire. If they knew, uh, so uh, so sometimes we don't know whether they theoretically know or not, but because we don't have their way of thinking. But somehow, so if someone knows, if the firefly fully understands that if it will burn, if it goes towards the fire, will it go towards the fire? It won't, right? So just like that, so and when you practice vipassana meditation, what you are trying to gain is this experiential wisdom, right? So you touch the fire and learn that it's burning, right? So and then by observing your mind in vipassana meditation, you observe two things: your mind and your body, both the interconnected phenomenon of these two, right? It's, as I mentioned, it's a deep operation that we do inside, right? So through self observation, what happens is self transformation, right? So that's what happens during the vipassana meditation. Then, when you practice vipassana meditation, the first benefit is you gain the experiential wisdom, right? Earlier, you thought, you thought that so there is an eternal being, right? Eternal I here. But whenever you start observing your body, your sensation, the sensations on your body, and the process of your thoughts, you realize so they are always interconnected, and both are continuously changing. Both are continuously changing, right? So then you realize the being who was in the past moment, that being is not right now, and the being who is right now, that being won't be in the next moment. You will realize that through your own practice. When you see that, uh, so will your ego stay? Your ego won't stay. When your ego won't stay, first of all, your ignorance will go away. When your ignorance goes away, right, then your ego that we have towards us. So we think there is I, there is then there is there are things that I can call as my, and there is my eternal soul. All this thought process completely changes, right? And it changes. So nobody has to tell that. Through your own experience, it changes, right? It changes, and then when that changes, three kinds of negativities, which are the main uh, main roots of all negativities, right? They also start to become deteriorate. They also begin to deteriorate. What are the three kinds of main negativities? I told you. That's number three. Mrs. Two, can you remember? Mr. Kevin?
This craving and the brain.
Oh, very nice. Craving, aversion, and delusion. These three things, they begin to deteriorate. They begin to deteriorate. And then, so that also happens. Then what will happen? So, our minds are burdensome, and we have a lot of stress mainly because of these three negativities, right? So always, so there is no moment in your um, in in a person who don't practice this inside meditation. So so inside such kind of people, there is no moment in their life that they don't bounce between craving and aversion. So in life, so there are things that you like, and there are things that you don't like. You always have these categories. They know throughout, since the time that you wake up until the time that you go to sleep, and even during the sleep. So you keep on bouncing between these two. Right? Either you crave or you generate aversion. You like things, you dislike things. But here, uh, so what you start to do is instead, so you try to develop a mind so with middle path, right? So you are trying to develop a balanced mind, right? Balanced mind. So instead of bouncing between them, you start to live at the present moment, observing things as they actually are, right? As they actually are. So then that's what you do during. That's another benefit that you'll gain. So when you practice vipassana meditation, so you stop bouncing between craving and aversion, right? You stop that constant cycle, and then by observing your mind, so during vipassana meditation, you recognize what are the wholesome thoughts and what are the unwholesome thoughts. Recognizing them, what you do is you shut the door for unwholesome thoughts and you open the door for wholesome thoughts. So it is just like welcoming the guest to your home, right? You are the homeowner, right? So if that's a robber who is going to come inside, so in disguise of a friend, what you do is you will say something and you will close the door. You won't let that person to enter. If that person is a good friend, you open the door and welcome, saying, how nice that you came to see me. Please come in, please come in, please come in. Right? So that, like that, you recognize what are the unwholesome thoughts and what are the wholesome thoughts. And so you let go of the unwholesome thoughts and you let the wholesome thoughts to come in. Right? That's another benefit of vipassana meditation. And then after that, so craving goes away, and then craving goes away. That's another benefit. I already taught you about that. And then so calmness deepens. The calmness that you have, it goes deeper and deeper and deeper. Right? So those students, they might have already experienced when you practice vipassana, the peacefulness goes deeper and it begins to get concreted, right? Get established when you practice vipassana meditation. Earlier, yes, during the concentration meditations, we develop some kind of a calmness, some kind of peace. But that peace cannot be compared with the peace that you generate through the practice of vipassana meditation. It's deeper, it's heavier, and it's strong. It's strong because it comes with the philosophy, right? So it comes with the understanding, right? So, um, right. Then the sufferings that we are experiencing, especially the mental sufferings. So we gain the ability to manage the physical sufferings, observing that they are impermanent, right? So whenever a pain happens, right? If we take it as ours, right? Then what will happen is mental pain becomes 80% of the physical pain, right? Can you understand what I mean? If the mental pain is 20%, so if of your suffering, then 80% of it becomes the mental pain, right? Physical pain is only 20%, but it gets multiplied by so another, so 80%. I mean, 80% becomes the mental pain. So, but when you start to practice vipassana, you try to limit your mental pain. So you try to completely get rid of your mental pain, but we cannot do that until we become enlightened. So at least you will reduce the impact of your mental pain, which arises because of physical pains, right? And at the same time, you gain the ability to stay calm, right? Even though you feel so some sort of difficult physical pain, right? You gain the ability to manage because you observe it so objectively. You observe it with the right understanding that this is a natural phenomenon. It is not something which belongs to me. This is a natural phenomenon which has arisen. Let me see how long this lasts. Right? When you observe it like that, with a balanced mind, then so the mental pain goes down. And at the same time, there are mental pains that we experience, mental sufferings. So we gain the ability to reduce it first, and then we gain the ability to eradicate them completely later on. Whatever the mental pains that we experience because of anger, because of jealousy, because of ill will, because of hatred, because of greed, and all those things. So when we start to see the reality in the world, not the Buddhist reality, not the Hindu reality, not the Christian reality, not the Muslim reality, or atheist or agnostic reality, the reality of things as they actually are. Then what happens is you start, whenever you start to see the world, whatever they are, so mental pains, mental sufferings that we have generated because of ignorance, they start to go away. Right? This also happens because of vipassana meditation. It's another benefit. And then uh, the mind doesn't change because of the mind becomes less shakeable in front of the 8 vicissitudes of life. Can you remember the 8 vicissitudes of life, oh students? Right. First one, so labh. Sometimes you get advantages, gains. Second one, Harish, can you remember? Mrs. Shanti, or are you going through the old notes? Dilhara, can you remember? Alabh. Alabh means so you lost things. So you gain things, you lost things. Now, two. Then sometimes you become prosperous, right? You gain fame and all those stuff. And then sometimes you lose all those things, right? You become, so you lose, so all that prosperity, no prosperity, right? So then, sometimes you become famous and you get defamed like that. Then, then sometimes you are praised, right? Sometimes you gain praise, sometimes you are disgraced, right? So disgraced. And then, so 5 and 6. And finally, so you comfort and discomfort. You can say happiness and unhappiness. Okay. So these are the 8 vicissitudes of life. All these 8 things, they keep on coming and going. That's the nature of life. When all these things happen, you gain the ability to stay balanced, right? Stay calm amidst all kinds of vicissitudes in life, right? So there is one beautiful Zen story. Let me share. Um, I told this to the old students. Hope you remember. The farmer and the bad luck. Can you remember? Right. Okay. Long time ago, in Japan, there was a good practicing Zen farmer. Right. Zen means uh, in so same word jhana, which was in dhyan. So even today in India, so, so in Hindi, people so call so when someone meditates, people call it dhyan, right? Dhyan karta hai. Okay. So same word, when it went to China, it became Chan. When it went to Japan, it became Zen. Right? Right. So etymology. Right. So when this happened, right. So this farmer, he was a practicing farmer. He lived a balanced life. One day, this farmer, so this farmer had several. I mean, this farmer had a horse. It ran away. The people in that village, they came to the farmer and said, "Oh, it's bad luck. It's your bad luck. It's your misfortune." Then the farmer replied, saying, "Maybe or may not be." After 1 week, that horse came with another 4, 5 horses. People started talking again. They said, "Oh, how lucky you are. That's your good luck. That's your fortune." Then again, farmer said, "Maybe or may not be." Then he stayed calm, facing the reality of this moment. Then one day, his son, he was riding one of those newly arrived horses. That horse was so mischievous. Because of that horse, uh, the son had a fall and his leg was broken. Again, people came to him and said, "Bad luck, your misfortune." Again, the farmer, maintaining the calmness of mind, he said, "Maybe or may not be." People wondered what kind of father this is. Son's leg was gone, but he says, "Maybe and may not be." After several months, there was a war. Japanese emperor ordered all the young men to enroll the army. The only person who couldn't go was his son. Most of the people, most of the young men who went to the war, they lost so their hands or legs, or they died in the battlefield. The son stayed safely at home. Therefore, again, people came to him, "That's your luck." He said, "Maybe, may not be true." So that's how life is. Things come and go. One thing which becomes fortune of you, according to what you say, so later on it becomes bad luck. That's the nature of life, right? Sometimes certain people gain things and they jump and party and do this and that. Later on, the same thing brings a lot of suffering. Then they cry, right? Saying, "Oh, I'm sad because of this. This has gone wrong, right? I have lost this, so it's not working according to how I want." Right? Then that's how it is. Okay, so uh, then vipassana meditation helps us to maintain a calm mind, right? A peaceful mind, even while facing the 8 vicissitudes of life. And then Vipassana meditation helps you. Next one. Vipassana meditation helps you to develop the 8 noble path. 8 noble path. So it helps you to develop right view or right understanding. Right understanding about the things, so things as they actually are. That helps you to develop right concepts. Hope you remember the right concepts, but I'm not going to ask because time is running out. So right concept is So whatever it happens, I won't harm anyone. I won't kill anybody. So whatever it happens, I won't get angry, right? And then, so whatever it happens, I will try to come out of all my negativities. Right? These are the three kinds of concepts that we generate inside us because of right understanding, right? Then, because of that, so you start to develop right actions, right speech, and right livelihood, right? Then later on, so you turn it to develop right effort. So right effort, can you remember? The effort to come out of all the negativities that you already have, and so not to effort to not to start the negativities that you don't have, and so effort to maintain the positivities that you already have, and the effort to start the positivities that you don't have, right? So these are the right efforts. So then maintaining that, developing right mindfulness, then you try to turn it to right concentration. And later on, through with the help of right concentration, you go deeper in your insight meditation, and you develop deeper wisdom, eradicating the negativities at the depth level of your mind. Right. Then finally, you start to then you start to develop so mainly four kinds of things. Thanks to this, what are the four kinds of things that you generate within? Loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, equanimity, right? So these are the four things. So you live a life with these four things, attaining the enlightenment, real peace, and real happiness. These are the benefits of insight meditation. I have several research descriptions too, but we don't have time to describe them. If you go to so uh, so there are so many websites like Mindfulness Today, and then Mindfulness Today, and then Lions Row, right? So when you go to those ones, and if you type Vipassana meditation, you will find loads of results of scientific experiments related to Vipassana meditation. So, uh, so what is missing is the description from the Buddha's perspective. Okay, I gave it. You can watch those things and get more knowledge about Vipassana meditation, how it can work. It has worked everywhere in the world, in jails. So the so among so I mean reformation centers for drug addicts. So and in various kinds of places, it had marveled changing people. Right? It has come to you. Why not practice? Let's work ardently and practice it and gain benefits. Okay. Right. Let's conclude. Everyone, please think together, all of us gathered here, practice this noble, non sectarian, pure meditation technique and accumulated a lot of positive energy. By the power of all this positive energy, may all our troubles be away. May all the good things happen in our lives. May we be able to ardently and consistently practice and come out of all negativities, develop positivities, and attain real peace, real happiness in Nibbana. Everyone, please concentrate. Join your palms and please concentrate. Abhivadana sinisse nichang bata pachaino Chattaro dhamma vadanti ayumangno sukhang balang Ayunarogya sampatti Sagga sampatti me bache Ato nimmana sampatti Iminati samijjatu. Sadhu, sadhu, Tato. Good night to everyone. Please take rest. See you again in the next week on next Friday. Please stay. Wait for a moment. Good night, Mr. Howard. Mr. Howard, good night. Can you hear me?
Good night. Yes, good night. I'm sorry I was a
Good
bit
night.
late.
Good night,
Yeah.
Pate. Have a good
Okay.
night. Have a
Good
good
night,
weekend.
Mrs. Rita.
Good
We
night.
really appreciate your ardence and continuous participation. You are a great inspiration for everybody.
My mother inspires me so much.
Yes, I know. So,
Good night.
Buddhinyaki, good night. Good night.